Hi everyone! Welcome to Brush and Beyond, where we see the world through an artist's eyes and learn to express our own worlds. Let's look at this bright, colorful artwork. It looks a little like a puzzle made of simple shapes, right? This is the art of Ben Nicholson, and today we're going to learn how he turns everyday objects into these amazing abstract puzzles. Before we get to the abstract part, let's talk about still life. A still life is a picture of things that don't move, like a bowl of fruit, a bottle, a vase, or toys. Artists use colors, shapes, and shadows to make these simple things look interesting. Lots of famous artists have painted still life pictures. Look at this picture by William Michael Harnett. It shows old things like a trumpet and a violin. Here is one by Paul Cézanne. Can you see the picture in the fruit? Other famous artists who painted still life include Vincent van Gogh. Van Gogh's painting has bright colors and a blue tablecloth. Giorgio Morandi's bottles are soft and simple in neutral tones. Henri Matisse used a very bright color for his table and contrasting colors for the vase and other objects. Now look at these. Pablo Picasso's painting looks like these objects have been broken up and put back together in a strange way. Roy Lichtenstein's art looks like a giant comic book. These are starting to get abstract, which means that the artist is playing with the shapes and colors of the real things. Now, back to our main artist, Ben Nicholson. He was a British painter and sculptor. When he started, he painted normal scenes like landscapes and still life. But then he saw the work of Picasso and Georges Braque and began to focus on making his art with simple shapes and structure. Eventually, his art became truly abstract, made of overlapping shapes and colors. Look at these cool paintings from 1934 and 1948. Can you still guess what these objects might be? Maybe a cup, a jug, or a bowl? What can you see from these pictures? These shapes overlap or sit on top of each other. The lines cut the picture into different blocks of color. It looks simple, but also very modern and cool. To wrap up our journey today, let's look back at what makes Ben Nicholson such a unique artist. Ben Nicholson started by painting ordinary things like vases and bottles, but then he discovered a secret. Everything is made of shapes. He stopped trying to be perfect and started having fun with overlapping circles, squares, and lines. He showed us that art is like a puzzle. You can move the pieces around to make something simple and modern. When you draw today, don't worry about making it look real. As you start your own art projects today, try to look at the objects in front of you not just as things, but as shapes. Like Ben Nicholson, you can use your imagination to turn the ordinary into something extraordinary. Thank you for watching.